Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On this video, I will be doing a review for Judgment Day #2. This is the Avengers X-Men Eternals crossover event of the summer. Oh my god, I am recording this having just read the issue, and I am fucking all over it. So let's take a look at the creative team. First of all, here we will be talking about Judgment Day. I forgot to put up the cover. That's how frazzled I am. Let's take a look at the creative team here. This book is written by Gillen with Valerio Schiti on art, Marte Gracia on colors, and Clayton Cowles on letters, with a beautiful cover by Mark Brooks. Plenty of variant covers, which we'll see some at the end of the video. So for those that are not in the know, and you should go back and read the first issue and the primary issue, the Eternals are now convinced that under the leadership of Druig, who's the Prime Eternal, that the X-Men being able to come back from death, being immortal, makes them an excess deviation. So makes them deviants that need to be corrected. So they are now going after them. In the last issue, they launched an all-out attack on Krakoa. Here in this issue, we pick up kind of where that happens. Let me pull up some art and I'll kind of go through some of these things. So the book is really good about giving you an insight if you haven't been caught up, like who's involved in this issue. I really love the inclusion of these civilians, and it'll come to fruition in a little bit. So here, and we start with them. We start with the civilians, explaining who they are. Now, the important part here is that, as you can see, the word bubbles. We have a new narrator. This is a red tinted narrator box. We know that the Machine Earth's box is blue lettered, so really cool as to find out who this is. Secondly, the big secret that we know from the Eternals book, and this is spoilers for the Eternals run, every time the Eternals come back to life, they randomly take the life energy of a person on Earth. So they kill someone in order for them to come back to life, for the machine to bring them back. So that's why we are being introduced to some of these civilians. So keep all that stuff in mind. I know it's a lot to kind of go through, but if you're keeping up with everything, this is so good. Gillen, he's doing some masterful work in this story. He set up some really interesting stuff in both the Eternals run, and then also in the X-Men books that he's working on, which are essential tie-ins to this stuff. But let's take a look at some more art, because the art team does not fall. Like, they are rising up to the challenge of this event. And yeah, here we see the Eternals have attacked with one of their biggest Eternals. And it's really interesting to kind of see the Eternals and how they, like, as they kind of come back. Like, we only kind of focus on the main Eternals that are human size, but they do have all these, all these other Eternals that are like giant kaiju, pretty much. If you read the Immortal X-Men issue that focused on Exodus, you'll see that all that stuff happened in between the issue 1 and 2. So here we are. Exodus is finally up to battle. I love it. I love how much the fighting is. I do finally enjoy that we get to see where the Avengers are falling on all this, because it feels like they were almost standing by, trying to figure out what to do. But they put a plan into motion, which we see here. And it's just really cool to see all these characters on the same page. I know some people, don't like the stuff. I love these big events, especially when they're so good. I love that Sinister's kind of in the middle and like just in the thick of everything. And I think, once again, the team does a really good job, because they have to show a lot of things happening. The Avengers are working on their plan. They have to be efficient with their storytelling, and I love the way it's done here. This big spread, just showing everything that's happening, everyone working together. Not all the Eternals are against the X-Men and the Avengers, so keep that in mind. But oh my god, this issue just once again blew my mind. So excited. But you guys, let me know what y'all think of this issue. Once again, highly recommend you pick this up. In this case, I don't normally tell you to pick up the tie-ins, but at least the X-Men tie-ins, It's they feel like they are. I don't want to say essential because I think you'll still get a good feel of the story without them, but they add so much depth and layers to the story. Like they are actually good tie-ins as far as like, oh, you need to read them. There's two kinds of tie-ins. There's tie-ins that add to the main story, and then there's tie-ins that work by themselves as a standalone thing, which can also be good, but definitely, it depends. Like, what do you want to? How far do you want to dive into this event? As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.